So here we are, the exchange, the nice logo that Dylan did up. This is our, I'm not going to say it's our inaugural, but it's our...
say the logo nobody can see on the podcast, but you'll see.
Yeah, they can't see the podcast, but you can go into like our YouTube channel and take a look there. It's this is going to be a podcast, and we're also video recording it for our vlog and to put, pull clips and things like that in the future. I was going to say, this is not inaugural. I think we did that one last week.
We'll call it episode 1.
This is episode 1.
Yeah.
Version 1, episode 1, season 1. Actually, before I even start, like, what I'm aiming to do on this one is Q&A, and then at least once a week have a guest. I gotta get a guest in here this week, and then hopefully, guys, we can do guest every single day. And if you guys want to be a guest on the podcast, send me a message. Anyway, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, everything. Anyways, and phone and text work too. And let's get together and add value and exchange ideas, business ideas, leadership ideas, any tips, anything, and add value to the community, which is growing. What do you got, Dylan?
So we're just going to do Q&A for today, right? It's
all Q&A today. Yep.
So we got the questions. The first question today is from Daniel. What's your favorite food to eat as an entrepreneur? # asking for a friend.
Favorite food to eat as an entrepreneur, favorite food period. Like, look.
Well, let's just say let's relate this perhaps to entrepreneurship.
Look, Daniel, when I'm
back then and now maybe.
Yeah, Daniel, I look at a couple of things. Like, what is going to give me the most? If say lunchtime, right? What's going to give me the most energy to work? I don't want to eat something like heavy and then all of a sudden I'm napping at the office, right? So typically, something quick, easy that I like. Sashimi, sushi, which I really seldom get. Quick, like wrap or something like that. Favorite food if I'm like at home or I'm chilling or something, and it's got to be goat curry.
Goat curry?
I can just smell it right now, man. Mom, make some goat curry, please, soon. But yeah, just depending. Like, for me, food is energy, right? Taste is important too, but me, it's eating to feed the machine, right? To keep going. Don't want to nap. Don't want coffees or anything like that. So, what's gonna give me the most amount of protein and carb for me to go through the day, and then after that, it's weekends. Enjoy what I eat.
Yeah.
Odd ice cream here and there. Speaking of ice cream, I want to grab some today. Oh, not today.
Maybe Friday.
This weekend.
Maybe. Oh yeah.
No. I go almost every week, man.
Yeah.
It's just there. It's convenient.
Yeah. All right. This is also from Daniel. What's the best advice you ever received as an entrepreneur?
Best advice. This is advice that I got prior to starting, and also it kept coming up afterwards. Was just start. That's all. Nothing has to be perfect. Coming from the mechanic world, if your brakes aren't perfect, somebody's gonna go and get into an accident. They might die or kill somebody, right? That's the mentality I always had. Everything had to be perfect, but in business, it's never gonna be perfect. This is not gonna be perfect. We're gonna find out the camera is not good here, this microphone's not good here, and the logo not the greatest. I'm not saying that right now. Right now, there's gonna be a lot of things. So, and if I'm worried about perfectionism, what do you call it?
Perfection.
Yeah. Perfection. If I'm worried about perfection, then you know what? I'm not gonna accomplish anything. So it's just a matter of starting and doing and making mistakes and learning from it and moving forward. As long as you're going ahead, you should be fine. But just starting was the best advice that I got. And then after that, reinvest money back into the company. Don't take it out and do dumb things with it in the beginning. Sure, you need to live and pay yourself, but at the end of the day, make sure the company grows, because once the company grows, then obviously all the money coming back in would be coming to the shareholders.
All right. Next question from Tim. I started my own financial consulting business about 1.5 years ago. My service includes taxes, bookkeeping, financial analysis, and business planning/consulting. I am currently at my client limit and cannot grow anymore as I don't have any time in my days. It's time to hire my first employee to handle my easier clients while I can put more time to complicated clients and obtaining more accounts. Any suggestions and recommendations for hiring my first employee would be appreciated. Things to look out for, things I should look out for, some good interview questions, etc.
What's his name?
Tim.
Tim. A topic that we discussed when I was doing my mentorship program was corporate culture. And corporate culture was the culture that you want to build within the organization. Now, my very small organization is have fun, enjoy, lead, and I want to bring people in with positive vibe. I want to bring people in that's gonna fit in the culture. I don't worry about the skill set in the beginning. Only thing I worry about is if they're gonna fit in. And once they fit in, then skills can be learned over time. I just don't want somebody. We got a great dynamic in the office. There's a lot of joking around. There's a lot of positivity, but there's a lot of work that's being done. If I bring somebody in that has a negative attitude, it's just it's cancer to a company, right? So look at it that way. It's like, hey, look, how's this person going to fit within the organization? And if they work and if they bring a lot of value, as in their attitude, right? I would bring them on board, and then they can learn afterwards, right? Hoping they have an accounting background. Is it accounting?
Yeah. Taxes, bookkeeping, financial analysis, business planning, consulting.
Well, there's tons of people out there that go to school for all that stuff, right? So as long as the personality fits, hire them and see what happens.
Nathan, coming from Nathan. The average entrepreneur is only good at 1 to 3 core tasks. They should delegate the rest. What 1 to 3 things are you a master at? And I'm actually going to chime in on myself. Would you agree that an entrepreneur is only good at 1 to 3 core tasks?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like really good. Yeah, you can be okay at a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you're really good at just a couple.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am really good at a couple. I think I'm amazing at 1 or 2 things, but that's about it.
What
Like
are they?
everything else for me is just like, delegate out and do everything else. For me, it's more talking and feeling and building a bond.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, really strong at that. And then when a deal comes in, I'm okay with that. And then when I have to do other stuff, I just don't like it. For me, it's just building that bond. I've always had that. I've always had, sit down and listen to people, see what's affecting them. How can I help? And, sometimes helping as in I can help, or other times like, look, I can't help you, but I can introduce you to somebody. That's what comes down to me, is coming down to, heart.
Mm-hmm. And that's the first one that comes to mind, the big one?
That's my biggest one. That is 100% my biggest one.
All right, I'll move on here. Lawton.
Lawton.
Just moved to a new area and don't know anyone around here. I want to launch a boat detailing business to create some side income. I would work only weekends with just me or with a helper. Do you recommend a direct mail marketing program or email or any other sort of marketing program to get going here?
I would actually run a Facebook ad. I would run a Facebook ad, but like, where's this guy from? Okay, look, Dalton.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Lawton.
Lawton. Like pretty much down the street from here is Cole Harbor Marina. I would be walking up and down there and talking to somebody there, and throwing up ads, or get face to face in front of these boat owners, and pitch my service next, and that's just groundwork. And then after that, I would probably just reach out to the boat dealers, right, the boat brokers, and see if you can drum up some business that way, and then run Facebook ads, have somebody like Dylan following you around for like half a day, have like a 3-4 minute video and see who watches that, and then run ads, to like 50% of the people that watch that video.
You think that all can be accomplished as a side hustle on the weekend?
Why not? Right? If you want it badly enough, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to happen in one weekend. All that's going to happen for as long as you want your business. Like, marketing doesn't stop, right? There's going to be something coming in the pipeline, but if you take your foot off the gas, then the car's just going to roll. It's not going to go as fast. You still need to do everything. You still need to. And I think, I'm gonna go off here. Is a lot of people that start business like 2-3 years later, they have all this business coming in. And they're like, oh, you know what? I don't need to brand anymore. I don't need to advertise anymore. And then 6 months later, they're like, shit, my business fell apart. Because that stuff always has to be there. Right? You got to continue going. It's not like just once you need to do it. You need to always do it, up your game, and learn from it, and continue doing it. Once you stop, that's when you're gonna get affected.
Mm-hmm.
It's like working out. You work out, you're good. If not, you turn out like me.
Next question from Ryan. My friend and I are starting a business, but we're having trouble coming up with a name. I came up with one. It ends in co. The URL is available for co and company, ending in .com, but there is an existing company that has it ending in company, using .net. On the bottom of their website, it says it's only copyrighted 2009 to 2015. Would I be good to go forward with this?
So, sorry, it ends in, like, can you get .com?
So basically, well, that's what he's saying. So someone has that in .net.
Yeah.
Can he use that in .com? And maybe, I'm not even saying give legal advice for this, but
I would just go and get .com, .net, .ca, .org. None of those things are... Oh, like, I don't know, like .com has a brand behind it. Like, that's what everyone searches for. Right? I would go out, and if you can't get .com, see if you can buy it. If you can't do that, I would try to rebrand and try to figure out something else. I just think everything else is pretty much useless if it's not .com.
Yeah.
Right? Like, fuck, who cares? .uk, .au, .ca, Geovi's a little different, but .com always. Like, by default, .com.
This one's kind of a two-part. It's coming from Sarah. You have a loving partner, 8-year-old child in special education who is fully functional but requires a lot of extra attention. Your family has been staying at your mother's house for 1 year now. You're not particularly proud of. You are usually the breadwinner of the family because your skills and field just pays more than your partner's. During this year at your mom's, you freelanced full-time, making a quarter of the salary you made at your last full-time job, where you weren't happy. All family bills for the year were paid on time, but there was never anything left over to save. You would love to buy a house of your own for your family. You'd also like to get married to your partner of 6 years, but neither of you want to get married while living under someone else's roof. You could rent instead, but with your child and 2 dogs, it's nearly impossible to find a place. Towards the end of the year, still at mom's, you started planning and launched an e-commerce business. You also started looking for a new full-time job so you could work towards saving up enough money for a house. So you got a new job. 3 months into a new day job, you find yourself falling into depression. You want to quit the job already. Every morning you feel dread. It sucks. Business happening slowly, very slowly. You don't have enough hours in the day to get everything done, so delays keep occurring. You're currently putting a little money away so you can hire some VAs to help you while you're stuck working the day job, but even that is happening slowly. House savings are getting higher, but you still don't have nearly enough to move out. Your mom is telling your family to stay, don't get a house, she can help you with your child. It's not a burden to have you all there. You want to leave because of pride and to get married. You realize you can't keep going on like this. You're attempting to do 3 huge, really big things all at once. Biz, house, marriage. There's no way you could keep working towards all 3 at one time without breaking. What do you do?
Damn, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Put your pride aside. Like, what's more important? Like, the marriage, buying the house, or building the business? Like, find out what's the most important there. Obviously, they all are, but which one takes more priority, and focus on that. Look, if it's safe and comfortable to live at your family's house, then I would continue living there. Like, that's...
Swallow the pride?
Yeah, swallow the pride, right? If it's negative, get the hell out. But if it's not, and it's positive, and you're getting help there, then I would. Buying a house, that can be in the back burner. Build that business before buying that house. A mortgage is Fuck, I'm in the mortgage business. It's like you having a little fire is just starting, and then you're picking up this big ass log and throwing it on top of the fire. You're gonna kill that fire, right? Just let that thing burn. Build your business. Once that fire gets big enough, you can throw a log on top of it, a mortgage, right? And then that's gonna eat it up nicely. But focus on what's more important. I don't think the house is more important to them. I think it's more just for them to leave. Mm-hmm. If you need to leave, then you can go and rent. But the thing that catches me here is, she's depressed, or he or she. Sorry, she is depressed at her work. Find something else. Like if you're not happy there, and I know it's a temporary thing. Try to go and find something else. See whatever industry you want to get into, and find something where you're going to be more happy. It's a temporary thing. I get it, but smiling is more important than being depressed at work. Or are you depressed because you're not getting far enough? And if that's the case, then I think you got just too much on your shoulder. Focus on one. But there's nothing wrong with living at home. Mm-hmm. Nothing. If the environment is good.
Which it sounds like it is in this case.
Yeah, you got your mom. Yeah. Like stepping up and saying, I'll help. Like, most people don't have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, next question from Justin. What's the difference between a coach and a mentor?
A mentor, in my opinion, has experience and they actually did it. Like, I can mentor people in business because I'm involved in business. A coach to me is somebody that probably has gone to school, has never started a business, but they want to teach, right? I hate to say this. You look at, Michael Jordan is a great mentor. Patrick Ewing is a great mentor. Scottie Pippen is a great mentor. LeBron James is going to be a great mentor, or is. And then you look at the coaches, right? Phil Jackson is a coach. He's never. Well, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know if Phil Jackson ever played, but whatever coaches that haven't played, like, are they better coaches? Are they better mentors? It's just, one has actually played the game and they have a different eye from it, and other ones that have actually watched it happen. So I think just one brings different value because they got experience in it and they were hands on versus somebody that sat back, watched, and learned that way.
So we're in business, at least, let's say, where do you think a mentor comes in handy and a coach comes in handy?
Fuck mentors or coach. Find somebody that has experience that did something that you want to be. That's it. There's a lot of mentors that use the word mentor and they're actually a coach, right? Or vice versa. I don't care about that. What's their experience? And follow them and figure it out that way. If somebody is, mid-20s, and wants to coach, I don't know, whatever, life coach or something like that. Like, what experience do you have versus somebody that's like 50, 60 years old, that's been through this, that's, that for me, that's, male, immigrant family, no business background. The family was never involved in business and grew it to $1 billion company. That is somebody I want to follow, right? Because it touches my heart. But if they haven't done that, like, regardless if they're a coach or a mentor, I have nothing in common there. Having somebody like that on my team, I know where I'm going, versus that somebody that doesn't have that, if it makes sense.
Yeah. I think in my mind, when I hear coach, especially in this industry.
What's that? In what industry?
Business, like just entrepreneurs, like working here and then looking at the things that I look at with you and on Instagram, and we get, these kinds of things.
Oh, like, vegan coach?
Yeah, or whatever it is, right? And it's like, I think that the connotation around the word coach to me is somewhat negative. And
agreed.
Or I associate it in some way with this person, like I gotta pay this person.
Yeah.
Or there's something hidden there, right? Yeah. And then when I think of mentor, I don't put a monetary value associated with
agreed.
That, right?
And
I think that there's more care involved on that.
I look at it the same way. To me, a mentor is like, okay, you know what? That's the head of a company or their high position, and I can go there and pick their brain, and they have a job, right? Mm-hmm. And they're at the job, they're whatever they do, and I can go there and talk to them. Versus somebody that's a coach and they're going to be charging X amount of dollars, and at one time I was actually interviewing a coach, and he goes, "Do you have a logo?" I'm like, "No." "Okay, draw it out what you want." I'm like, that I have no fucking creativity. Like, that's not my shit, right? And it was all this other crap. Like, there was nothing about what I needed there. It was just do all this other stuff, and I realized like I had zero experience in running a company.
Yeah. All right. Next question from Janelle. What ways do you like to get out of the house to connect with people?
That's it.
Yeah.
I just get out of the house. I can walk, go to the front yard and see somebody walking by and, spark up a conversation. Do whatever you like. If you like jogging or biking or going to the gym, spark up a conversation. You're at Starbucks standing at the line and looking at your phone or something, spark up a conversation. Like, anywhere, just talk, right? Direct message people. If you're more digital, even now gamers, they can chat all day long. Is it that what they do now? They have the headphones on and they're playing video games and talking to their friends?
Yeah.
Or talking to just about
that's
anyone?
been around a while now.
It's been around,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But
just sparking up conversation. Like, how's the day going? Or, what are you ordering? Or anything. Like, whatever to start. Like,
I remember you saying in terms of, like, connecting on a business side, when you didn't want to spend the money to go to
the conferences? Yeah. So, guys, what Dylan's referring to is 10 years ago, even longer before that, I would look at coming from Vancouver. There's 2 conference centers here now, and I'll look at the conventions that they're having. And I'll look at something and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I want to go to this conference, but you know what? I'm not about to pay $2,000 or whatever to go to those conferences. So what I do is I actually go sit at the bar at the hotel, right, close to the conferences. Because what happens is 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at nighttime, they're gonna come down, they're gonna have a drink, they're gonna have a bite to eat, and most of those guys are, guys and girls, they're usually solo and they sit at the bar, and you can spark a conversation with them. And I got to meet so many people. Like a shitload of people there, and I still, keep in touch with them, and most of these guys are all around the world, and it's just how I got into, or got to know a lot of these people, and even though I didn't get business out of it, some of them did, some I didn't, but I learned a great amount from them.
Okay.
Good one, man. I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks for picking that up.
This is our last question today. It's from David. Finish this sentence. Money comes from blank.
Working hard. That's it for me. Like, if I don't work, if I come in, sit down, money doesn't come in. If I don't pick up the phone and call, money doesn't come in. If you don't run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, money doesn't come in. I need to work for it, right? I need to connect, contact, advertise, keep my game up, smile. That's it. Work. That's it.
All right, that's it we got for today. Yeah.
All right, guys. This is gonna happen daily here. Got questions? Send it in either to whatever. Are we gonna have? Oh, this is gonna be podcast.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, go to the Exchange page. Is that live yet, or?
It's gonna be soon. I guess.
Yeah, it'll be soon. As we'll have context in the bottom of the podcast on how to connect.
In the meantime, if you want, you can go send Sunil a message, Sunil Prasad 360, or comment on the Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channel, whatever. This will be going up on YouTube as well, called The Exchange Podcast. So you can comment there, and then shortly we'll have the group.
Yeah, we'll have the community going soon.
We'll just funnel everything through there.
Sounds good. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow.